if you haven't done it already, hit the notification bell. So it's Q&A time. So basically last week I asked you guys if you've got any Doctor Who related questions and you want my honest opinion on them, to let me know in the comments below, and a lot of you actually did. I'm actually reading them, some of them again now as we speak. But before we carry on, I just want to say thank you to people who do contribute. If I say anything and I'm not sure about what the answer was, you guys will come in and actually fill in those little gaps that I've missed out. So brilliant. So just thanks Noob, as per usual. I love you Butler too as well, always puts their 2 pennies worth in. Belinda as well, so thanks Belinda Roughcorn there, for telling me that Gattis was actually the one who donated the script to The Shat. I still love it. Right then, let's go on with some of the questions. So the first question comes from Harry Williams Productions. So cheers Harry for saying great video once again. Nice one. Also yours are not too bad either, so that's all good, man. Love it. Harry's channel dedicates himself to mainly all things Doctor Who, but he's got a good selection of Doctor Who box sets, Big Finish, audio, books, so, and he'll go through them and he shows you all them on his channel. So if you are interested in that, check out Harry Williams Productions anyway. So, have you listened to any Big Finish? But if not, what range interests you the most? No, I haven't listened to any Big Finish, to be honest with you, there, mate. But it's time for me because, you know, like most of us out there, I do have a full-time job, and by the time I get back from a full-time job, it's time to sort of wind down a little bit before it's time to go to bed to start the job again. But what range interests you the most? What range? I'm not quite getting what you meant there, but if you're on about books or audio, once again, it's time for me, to be honest with you. But so I don't, apart from watching old episodes when they're on, you know, of the new era on Netflix or anything like that, then or Amazon. I don't really get time to do anything, to be honest with you there, Harry. Now, I probably sound like a bit of a fraud, but I'm a massive Doctor Who fan. It's just finding time to do it. Have you read any Doctor Who books, and if so, which are your favourites? I have read a couple, yes. But I've got to say, I think Fear of the Dark is probably one of my favourites. But thing is, though, I haven't read many. I've read probably about 5 or 6 over the years, right? So I suppose this one is probably probably my favourite for the simple fact. Sorry, it was the first one I ever read. So so there you go. And finally, do you think the prices of the Series 10 box sets, DVD, Blu-ray, are way too expensive? Yes. Simple answer, yeah. That's probably why I get mine if I want to watch anything. So like recently I watched, what did I watch? The Trial of a Time Lord. I watched that probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I haven't got it on DVD or Blu-ray, so I found it and watched it through other means. So next question from Dan Stokes. Sorry, mate. Do the bottom one first. Your favourite and least favourite episode of New Who? Well, I did not so long back. I did my top 5 best Doctor Who episodes, and like with food, you know, you'll have a new favourite, and then you'll try something else, and then that'll be a new favourite. So suppose it's the same with Doctor Who. One episode's your favourite, then you'll watch another episode you've not seen for a while, and then that's your new favourite. So I can honestly say, I mean, I've watched this twice in the past 2 nights now, and I'll probably end up watching it tonight, and that's The End of Time, both parts. It's a great story and a great send-off for Tennant. Least favourite, The Return of Dr. Mysterio. I just cannot stand that episode. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. What story of this show got you hooked? Easy. The first episode I ever saw, which was the Arc of Infinity. It was Peter Davidson's story, and with Omega. But I was probably 7, 8 years old, and it was the first time I think, to my knowledge, that I actually found a female attractive. My first ever crush, if you like, and it was Nissa. I don't know. I was only young, and I found her. I was like, oh, I decided now at this young age that I like ladies, all thanks to her. So yeah, so that's probably what got me hooked. Arc of Infinity was the first story these eyes ever saw. If you're still here, brilliant. Do us a favour, will you? Can you hit that like button? Just there. It's the one that looks like that. Like that. Okay. Just hit it for me. Please? Nice one. Right then, let's get cracking with some more questions. So, from Dutton Domain. How you doing, man? Which classic monster that hasn't yet been seen in the modern era do you want to come back? Wow, there's so many. But Noob put one word, Axonite. And as soon as I saw that word, I'd forgotten, but until I saw that word Axonite, I was like, oh my god. I remember seeing, it was one of the most scariest, but also one of the most hilarious. I forget the episode. I don't know. The claw, was it the claws of something? I can't remember, my brain. Anyway, there's one scene where obviously the Pertwee's doctor puts the Axonite into this what looks like a shower, you know, with the sliding glass doors to put light on this Axonite. If you've not watched it, just go back and watch it. The Claws of Axos, obviously, that's what it was. But there's a scene where the Axonite actually comes to life. And obviously, you got the Axonite, obviously, as you can see just here. I mean, I can't remember how old I was. I was in my early teens when I first saw this. And it gave me the heebie-jeebies, it made my hair stand up. I was like, oh, I'm not happy about this. But when I watched the episode back again, sort of in my late teens, early 20s, it's one of the most hilarious things I've ever seen. They've got an Axonite before it turned into this dude. And it was, you could tell it was blatantly a person, right, with a brown sheet on them, sort of crawling across the floor. And then before it turned into this handsome fellow here. So, it gave me the heebie-jeebies in my early teens, seeing this and seeing that thing crawling across the floor. So I can only imagine how scary it could probably be for kids nowadays, with the newer technology and the newer special effects we can use nowadays. Because I don't think even an 8-year-old nowadays they'll just go, that's a person with a brown blanket over them. So it's far be it for me to still, because I wasn't going to say Axonite, I was actually going to say somebody else, but when the Axonite, yeah, that was pretty freaky for its time. So yeah, I'm going to have to agree. If Noob wouldn't have put Axonite on there, I would have chose something else, but now I completely forgot. So anyway, that's my answer anyway, Axonite. So we're going up to the end now, so before I go on with this question, I just want to say that when I mentioned a couple of videos back about me appearing in one of Dr. Freedom's audio dramas, he's now online. He is now online. Listen out for a really cool character called Jeeves Pennyworth. It's me. So listen out for that. In fact, there we go. There's a picture of it. So go on to Dr. Freedom's channel. I'll put the link in the description for his channel below. and just check out that. Okay, so let's go back to Scamp's question. The Scamp. All right, mate, how you doing? Hi, Scamp. Anyway, let's go on with this. Which Doctor Who actor or actress would you most like to have a meal with and spend the whole evening chatting to them? It can be either anybody who played the Doctor or a companion. It's a pretty easy one for me, this is. I'd love to have a chat and have a dinner and spend the whole evening chatting to them, having a few drinkies with Patrick Troughton. I'd just like to find out a bit more information about how he got the part, because at the end of the day, I mean, he was stepping into somebody else's shoes, and this has never been done before, playing the same character who's been on TV for several years, playing the same person but with a different persona, a different face. I mean, it must have been quite a scary thing to go through. Plus, I'd like to ask him about non-Doctor Who related thing, because he was in one of my top 10 favourite films, which is The Omen. He got spectacularly killed with a big spike. So I'd like to know about filming and with The Omen and what have you like that. So yeah, Patrick Troughton. Anyway, Scamp, you asked another question. Which past incarnation of Doctor would you most likely to see make a guest appearance in the next series? It can be either a Doctor from the classic series or the new. But this is a pretty easy one for me as well. I'd like to see Paul McGann. I think we all know that seeing Paul McGann in a new episode of Doctor Who on TV will probably never happen. I think we've established it. Well, new showrunner, you never know, but I really cannot see it. In fact, I can't see Paul McGann playing the Doctor on TV ever again. I'll be very, very surprised. It's done. Paul McGann, he's actually filling in some of the gaps of what he's been doing in the Big Finish audio dramas. Like I said earlier, I've not listened to any of them, but I do understand that some of these, from what people I've spoken to, these stories are pretty good, and he does interact with other people from who have been seen on TV. So Paul McGann was my answer to that one. And finally, Scams, you asked really hard question, actually. Who is the most attractive? Rose, Clara, Amy, Donna, Martha, Missy, Bill, or Jodie Whittaker? In their own way, they're all attractive women. In their own way. Whether it by looks or intelligence. But me, if I had to date anybody and who was the most attractive one, I thought, yeah, she's pretty, she's a fine looking lady. I'm going to go with Martha Jones. I'm going with Martha. Yeah, she's cute. They're all, like I said, they're all cute and nice in their own way. Character-wise, intelligence, they're all sort of, you know, intelligent in their own way, women. And they're all good, strong women. Well, Jodie Whittaker, the new Doctor. Don't know what she's going to be like as a Doctor, but as an actress, she is quite good. I quite like her work. But yeah, I'm going to go Martha Jones is, I think, out of the options you gave me, Martha was the most attractive. But like I said, if you want to go classic, it's Nyssa. She was my first crush. Oh, I hope I haven't bored you there, guys, but that's your lot. So thanks for the questions. I hope you liked my answers. So yeah, why don't you leave your own answers to other guys' questions in the comments below. So if you've got, let's say, one of the Scamp's questions or Dan's questions, then reply to Dan down below. I'm sure they'll read them. So yeah, I'd be interested to know who you would take to dinner, or what monster you would like to make a comeback yourself. So leave your comments below. That's your lot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to Harry Williams Productions channel in the description, and also to Dr. Freedom's channel as well. So for all my past videos, just click there, and if you haven't done already, and if you're still here after however long, 12 minutes, click here to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. See you soon.